Greetings and salutations yet again, Earthlings. Making my way over to the other spot, and I've been flowing today in these different energies. And one of them is I was reminded of. All right, so part of my journey has been listening to different tarot readers, and it is an energetic interplay because it's not just the tarot readers. All right, it's the energies that I'm drawn to, like the different music at different times, different times a year. I'm noticing cyclical things that I am drawn and fascinated to different things. Sometimes it is I need to tune into the scientific side of things, and sometimes it is I get drawn to historical things, ancestral things, archaeological things like this. Is this a recent thing, or is this a trail marking from ancestors? Because these Appalachian mountains are older than Saturn's rings. So these foothills and Pilot Mountain that I live outside of is very visible from space. It's always been throughout history used as a very distinctive map marker for going inland. So yeah, Pilot Mountain, Sourtown Mountain. And it said that somewhere between Pilot Mountain and Sourtown Mountain is a portal of some sort. And has something to do, they think maybe the Moon-Eyed people come through and took the lost colony to safety or something. I don't know. But there was also the Catawba people would take people that were gold hunting and killing their people for the gold. Yeah, they would wait for the conditions to be just right. And they would take them up in them Appalachian mountains way up there. Disappear on them because they knew how to get back. But hello, that's their home. Anyway, that's what, and they were led by queens. The Catawba people had queens for a long time. They didn't have chiefs. Was queens because they believed that the mother is the one that, and a lot of Indian people believe that the mother is the one that should be keep the home. So, and that's why divorce was the woman putting the men's things outside of her home in some cultures. Anyway, why is that coming up now? It's weird. All right, 5 of Swords. But yeah, maybe these are too recent. Could have been Tony marking stuff. He was one of those. He taught many years. He had a Christian camp that he would go volunteer at as a summer camp counselor, and he would teach them archery and outdoor stuff, just like he did my kids and stuff. It was wonderful. Tony was amazing. Anyway, yeah, he taught Sunday school. So that's what drew me to him. He was just one of God's really good people, and humble. I could talk to him and just smile at him, and he would blush from the top of his head. You could tell he was blushing to his toes because he was just genuine and humble, just good-natured. He was a Taurus. He loved every tree, every rock, every piece of dirt on this land, and Anyway, I guess that's where my dream of the Safe Haven Ranches and Rescues started. I thought that's what we were going to build towards, but honestly, it feels like 9/11 happened, and it's like God set dominoes in motion that were like, no, baby girl, no, Michelle, unfortunately that dream's going to be cut short, and I got to activate you to different mission. And that's when I had to go to a different kind of, and that's why me and him fell apart, and it had to happen that way, sadly. But you go where you're led, guided, and directed. So, anyway, it happened for reasons. And I'm telling you what, when despite the fact that he and I didn't work as a husband and wife, that was still my family. That was still the dad to my kids he didn't have to be, the granddad to my kids he didn't have to be. And try to tell that man that them babies weren't his grandbabies. I don't know who you're talking to, but and them babies. Yeah. That was her Papa Tony. You Papa. Big old baby. Yeah. Anyway, that was a great loss. And he deserved to be grieved. Oh! Oh, darling! Look at you! I wish y'all could smell that. They're so beautiful. I had to walk that way on the way back. See. Okay, 5 of Swords. Being led to talk about the 5 of Swords. Alright, being led to talk about them 5 of Swords. Not long ago, it was 4 of Swords I was talking about. And the 4 of Swords was, I was on pause. I was healing. And then I went through that 5 of Swords phase. 5 of Swords is fuck, fight, or flee. You're going to freeze, fuck, fight, or flee. That's what you're going to do. Freeze, fuck, fight, or flee. And sometimes freeze is an absolute option that you have to choose and let God. Let go and let God. Father, I ain't got the wherewithal to fight right now. And I sure ain't fucking with them. And no, I am not letting them scare me off. So I am freezing. And I'm going to stand right here. And stand my ground and try to figure out what the fuck. That's what them 5 of Swords energies feels like to me. The fuck. It's the instance, the first instance, the fuck. Am I going to fuck, fight, or flee? I'm freezing and thinking about it a second, because the fuck. The fuck moment is me freezing, questioning, what the hell's going on here? So, yeah, then the fuck moments, you better start with figuring out what the fuck's going on here before you decide to fuck, fight, or flee. So, and sometimes keep staying in that mode. What are they doing? Anyway, why did that come up? It's one of the energies today I'm feeling weird. Still the fucking about what the fuck is he doing? baby, why do you do that? I don't get it. Well, honey. There's interesting energies I've been dealing in and then flows of thoughts I've been having, like about the different styles of parenting my mom and dad had. I mean, but they had to prepare me in different ways too. So, no, my mom and dad did not have the best relationship. Those two had scores to settle with each other. And if y'all didn't think my mom wasn't a good scorekeeper, you just didn't know who her daddy was. Because like I said, that man could calculate stuff in his head faster than people could with a calculator. So yeah, she calculated everything. She kept track of all that shit. Yeah. Was one thing about my mom too. She was always in upper management, whatever she did. She always liked to be large and in charge. And when Sergeant Major was not home, guess who was in charge? You got that right. She was actually in charge the whole time. Dad was just visiting. So yeah, those two. Mom just didn't understand. She always thought she knew what was going on, but it was like Dad had to keep different layers to things to keep her off track, because she was my mom is very sharp. She is very intelligent. She notices patterns fast too. And that's one of the things about my lineage is I think it's the autistic stuff with this. Noticing them patterns. Big time. So, yeah. Noticing the patterns and the autistic thing. And because it's like my daughter, for whatever reason, the cross between me, my people, and her dad's people gave within my kids a different perspective. Oh, that's what I was gonna, yeah. The introduction of her father's DNA and stuff to my people, which, you know, the cross between my mom and my dad. So, and his people are freaking geniuses. Not even kidding. So, and they are Air Force. So, United States Air Force. Yeah, they're keeping that going. Along with Navy. I got a niece that's in the Navy too. She's brilliant. Her husband too, anyway. So, yeah, through marriage and stuff, we got Coast Guard covered, we got Air Force covered, we got Navy covered, and we got the Marines covered. So, and that's another interesting connective threads. Connective threads. That's what we're going to be talking about. The lineages and the lines and the threads that make us all stronger together. All right. There is something about before children are born, and the people you sleep with absolutely matter. Because with men, when they ejaculate their DNA into a woman, you are giving her You're giving your biological blueprint to her system. Or whatever they ejaculate into. Just saying. Whomever or whatever. However. But that's giving like a blueprint that has the possibility of becoming a child. So anyway, and if that is within a woman or a person, a sentient being, then that becomes a part of things that they, okay, antibiotics. You introduce something to the body and it becomes a part of it, and you learn to either adapt, adjust, or overcome it. If it's a virus, well, your body learns how to not be sick from whatever. God, game saved. Anyway, so kind of the same concept. If it doesn't become a baby, well, it becomes part of the collective knowledge database. So your DNA, their DNA, and it adapts, adjusts, and overcomes stuff from your people, and hopefully becomes a part of everything that we heal as a people. So it is one of the impressions that was given on my soul for whatever reason that I'll be cyclically drawn back to, because it matters. It matters in the timing of things. Like if you're a woman and you have kids by different men, well, okay, if it's the same one that you have kids by, then each child that's brought into your system strengthens the database and helps heal your body in different ways. And if it's by different men, then you're getting new stuff introduced. There's something about that. Because the kids being within the womb and learning as they're being formed, but they're taking things in from the filter of just you and the way you're responding to it. And then when they separate from your body, then that's when their journey with the ones that they're growing beneath their heart, separate from you, begins. All right, anyway, there's something to those threads. I don't know why. Anyway, I love you.